Alrighty, guys, this is Fernando. I'm basically a local realtor. We do Lehigh Acres, Fort Myers, uh, Cape Coral, and nearby areas as well. We also have a network of people around the United States, especially in Florida down here. So if you're looking for somebody to help you buy or sell your property, give me a call. I will also hook you up with somebody that understands the market and that can be hopefully a good resource for you. What we're going to look at is Fort Myers. Fort Myers is broken up in different sections, so I'll try to jump around a little bit just to take a look at these numbers. So right now we're going to just look at Fort Myers. Medium sales 440, closes down. Medium days 26, 96% of price received compared to the list price. Well, basically, guys, you can actually just go ahead and look at these numbers yourselves, right? So we're just gonna, if you listen to my last um, video, you kind of understand that we have a lot of stuff that will affect you versus for the price with buyers and so forth. So I don't really want to go over all those details. Just be mindful that just because interest went up by itself doesn't hurt everything. Just that one thing doesn't hurt everything. We have interest. Of course, it affects buyers, but we also have inflation. We also have migration patterns. We also have unemployment status. We also have what else? A number of other factors throughout the economy. Um, so when we discuss these numbers, we have to put it in reflection of everything, right? So if foreclosures, if we start seeing a lot of foreclosures, yeah, why is that happening? Those are questions we should be asking. Short sales, same thing. Why are these happening? Why is all of a sudden foreclosures are coming up? That would be the first question I'll be asking myself, right? If foreclosures coming up, it's because people can't pay. Is unemployment, is that an issue? They can't pay. We have a spike in unemployment, and people are no longer working. Right now, those numbers are telling me we're still historic lows. Um, Interest rate is flat, so because most of it's fixed now, so nothing really changed there. So then we got to look at inflation. How much the inflation goes up? Then that price of eggs doubled, right? Gasoline doubled again. People are choosing between eating and paying rent. Those are questions that we should have to be asking ourselves. When something happens, we need to know why. So we're going to look at real quick. It's the 440 mark is the medium sales price. That's up about 3% from last month. If we look at for last year, we're going to be looking about that's about 8%. Yeah, we know that prices of home went up. Closing, it says it went down compared to last month. But again, we talked about the hurricane could still be a factor on that number. I actually think all the numbers should start reflecting hopefully February, possibly March. So those are what we're looking at right now. I think once we get to that point, now we can take a look at these numbers on a month to month base and start seeing if we're starting to see that we found ourselves a new a baseline. Okay, guys. These numbers are really pretty much the same as Lehigh almost. Just looking at the numbers, other than price point and so forth. If we're looking at so I'm going to go to this graph here. This one here, we're just going to do Fort Myers. Again, just very hyper local, if you will. Compared to last year's 56 sold, 44 sold here. We have about the same amount in cash buyers. The price point has increased, and you can see that it went from 367 to 525. So same with the average price. And I said it last time, and I'm going to say it again. This is the reason why I think we're having a correction. Not including all the other stuff, but when you have such a quick raise in rates from 367, to 525, or 380 to 611, then we kind of start looking at it and start thinking, well, if it went that quick, then it should come back down some. And I'm not talking about 20%, 30%. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about it probably going to have within the next year, probably a 5%. I have to guess, unless something else is a factor. But I think that's what we're going to be looking at. That you'll have a 5% correction within a long term. So maybe 2-3 months, we'll see 1 or 2% come down. So that's my feelings, but my feelings don't mean anything, honestly. Again, I talked about this in the last video, the dollar value. Well, if the price is up, then I need to sell less, and to make this number goes up. I don't need the same amount of sales. Okay, guys. This is a good one right here. This is actually, we should look at. Last year was getting 100%, probably better. We are starting to see that we're getting less than list price. Now, this just be mindful that I put a house for sale for $100,000. 2 months later, a month later, 2 weeks later, I sold it for $100,000. Or more, because we've been in bidding wars, right? That's why 100% is easy. But now that we're looking at 95%, then that's telling us that, okay, that property is no longer having an appreciation, but a plateau. But people are still pricing high, and they're coming back down here. They're not getting that top dollar. So that's why I'm thinking that this is part of the correction, as well as we're pricing now the property to what it should be, not at the future level. And that kind of reminds me of, if I'm thinking about, you're playing basketball and you're throwing the basketball into the hoop, you're projecting upwards so it can fall into that right place. That's basically what's happening, where the trajectory has to come back down to hit that mark, and that's where we're at now. Okay, I hope that's a good analogy. It might not be. I'm not much of a sports buff, if you will. Pending sales, okay, we can see that the sales has gone down some. New listings for Myers, it's a little less, not much. Pending inventory. So this one's something we gotta look at. But this could be a reason. This is basically just saying, hey, we have less pending sales or something that's under contract for this same time last year. But this could be for a couple of factors. The hurricane, it could be because of the interest, it could be because of inflation, it could be because of the news media just telling people, the end of the world's here, and the real estate market is going to crash any second now. So this is kind of a great assault here. We really got to take a look at these numbers for the next month, see what next month has to show. And hopefully those numbers will come out in a couple of weeks, because this is kind of older information. Again, we have more active inventory, but this number here, I really think that, all the properties that came off the market the last 2 months are heading back into the market, and they want to take advantage of the thing there. Okay, now you're showing month supply for Fort Myers is still showing as a seller's market. I will gonna have to say that I gotta wait to see February's number, how this number and this number is gonna reflect with each other, because now there's less buyers because of all the stuff that's happening. We have more inventories because all the inventories from past, present, and future is coming in now, and I kind of interested to see how this changes. But if you are thinking about buying or selling, guys, just give me a call. I'm hoping I'll help you out here. If you're thinking about buying or selling somewhere else in Fort Myers or Florida or New Jersey or somewhere else, let us know. Believe me when I say we have a network of good people good realtors that understand the market, and we would like to set you up with them. All right. Listen, guys, God bless. I love you. Have a great day. Okay. Bye bye.